Welcome to our discussion on corporate finance capital budgeting. Capital budgeting, as we have mentioned, is related with long-term investment decision. It is very crucial because a lump sum money is invested at the beginning of the period. If the decision is unsuccessful, then entire amount invested will be lost. Due to this, a judicious decision is required and special techniques are applied for taking the decision. We have observed that the decisions are taken mainly on the basis of cash flows. In some cases only we use net profit method. Basically only in one method, accounting rate of return, we use it. And in before applying any method, we have to see whether the method is rational or not. For that, the method will be simple, easy to understand, less costly, less time consuming, must consider cash flow or net profit of the entire project life, and should consider the time value of money. Keeping all these points in mind, we have already shown you one method, which is payback method, where we have seen that the method is not totally rational. It does not consider the cash flow of the entire project life, and also it is not considering time value of money. So we are moving to our next method, where we will discuss on other techniques. So we will now move to our next method, which is actually accounting rate of return or ARR method. So let us see what is accounting rate of return. Actually, this is a method where we use annual profit instead of cash flow. So this method is deviating a lot from other methods of taking capital budgeting decision. This method will consider annual return for valuation. Annual return will mean the average return from the capital project, because we know a capital project runs for more than a year. It may be 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, or sometime more than that. So in each year, it will make some earnings, and we have to consider the average of that earning, which is called annual return. And the calculations or decisions will be made on that basis. Now, the question is, what is accounting rate of return? It is nothing but the percentage of annual profit from operation of the project on average money invested. So that is why the formula that we will use for calculating accounting rate of return is expected annual profit from the project divided by average investment into 100. So numerator will indicate annual profit and denominator will indicate average investment. Now, what is average investment? Average investment is the average of the investment made at the beginning of the capital project, and the value of that investment is remaining after the end of the capital project. Suppose a capital project is purchase of a machine. It will be purchased now and it will end its life after 5 years. So when we are purchasing the machine, we have to pay a huge sum of money. That is my initial investment. And after 5 years, when the machine will not be usable, we have to sell the machine. The value that we will realize from such sale is known as salvage value. It is actually end value of investment. If the salvage value is zero, then end value is also zero. So on the basis of that, we can say average investment is equal to opening investment plus closing investment divided by 2. This one investment formula will be very much appropriate when we use constant depreciation or straight line depreciation method. Because in straight line depreciation method, equal amount of depreciation is charged in each year. But in other cases also, we will use the same technique for calculating average investment. In some problem, the closing investment figure will be missing. In that case, either students will consider it as zero or they will consider the opening investment for calculating rate of return percentage. Now, what is annual return? Like average investment, in order to get annual profit, what you have to do, you have to take the total profit that project will generate during the lifetime from its operating activity. Then divide total profit by the project life. You will get the annual return. So what is your procedure of taking decision under annual rate of return or accounting rate of return methods? First, you will collect data for decision making purpose. Then you will estimate minimum accounting rate of return required for accepting the project. It is the cutoff rate. If the actual return is less than this one, you will definitely reject the project. So, correct estimation of the minimum accounting rate of return is very crucial for making correct decision. Now in step 3, you have to calculate actual ARR of the project. The accuracy of this calculation will depend upon how accurately you have collected the required data for its calculation. In step 4, we will compare actual rate of return with the cutoff rate of return. If actual rate of return is greater than cutoff rate of return, then accept the project. And finally, it may happen that more than one project you have accepted. In that case, you have to apply the ranking technique. In ranking technique, what we will do, we will select only one which has got highest accounting rate of return. So this is the procedure of taking decision. On the basis of the decision, we will solve a problem. Here, the problem and its solution are shown simultaneously in this particular table. In this table, we have considered a machine of 5 years life. In this 5 years, net income statement, net income are calculated in the table. The calculations are made for 5 years, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And after calculating annual profit of each year, we will take the average because the annual profit will differ from year to year. So let us see how the calculations are made. First, we will consider the production and sales quantity. This is shown in your first row. It is 80,000 for year 1, 96,000 for year 2, 1,15,200 for year 3, 1,15,200 for year 4, and also 1,15,200 for year 5. Then we will calculate the revenue. The revenue is calculated by multiplying the selling price with the production quantity. The selling price is not mentioned here. Actually, the selling price is rupees 30 per unit. So if you multiply 80,000 by 30, you will get the revenue of the year. In first year, the revenue is 2,400 lakhs. Just see, it is mentioned that the revenue shown here is rupees lakhs. So on the basis of that, in year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, and year 5, total revenues are shown in row 2. So since time is over for first lecture, we are ending it. In the next lecture, we will continue it with further discussion. Thank you.